Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to NBA 2K19. Today, I asked you guys in yesterday's video if you guys were curious to see if this reward card that we are looking at right now is worth it or not, because believe it or not, there is a lot of interest in this card for many different reasons. One, it's a Galaxy Opal. Everybody knows that Galaxy Opals are one of the most overpowered cards in the game. I mean, we just got a new one today in Walt Frazier, and that card is absolutely disgustingly good. The only thing is, his name is Walt Frazier, and not a lot of young kids know who Walt Frazier is, nor care. Even though he's the exact same size that you guys were spending $600,000 on this weekend in Dwayne Wade, 6'4", you guys don't care. It's Walt Frazier, so there's not a lot of interest around him. If it was Dwayne Wade Galaxy Opal, oh, you guys would be all over him. Because it's Walt Frazier, even though he's the exact same size, has, I believe, 11 or 12 more Hall of Fame badges than that Dwayne Wade, minus the limited edition one. I think it's got even 5 or 6 more than the limited edition one. But even just because his name's Walt Frazier, you guys aren't interested. I don't blame you. But these cards are definitely overpowered, is basically the point I was going to get to. But the main thing is, this one takes a little bit more trekking, a little bit more grind, and a lot more financial commitment when coming to get this card. Now, as you can see, I am up to date on collecting for this card, but I think a lot of people are wondering, is this card worth it? Will it be worth it? And that's the point of this video right now. So what we're going to do is I am going to break it down for you. I've done this a couple times on stream. We've kind of talked about it, and I'm not going to lie, I'm still not even 100% sure. So we're going to go over the facts and what we know right now about the card, and I'll let you guys decide. Let me know in the comments below, and I will give you my verdict at the end of the video if I think it's worth it or not. And it might not even be a 100% concrete answer, but as of right now, I will let you know whether it's worth it or not. All right, capiche? Yeah. All right, this is gonna be actually pretty fun. Let's get into it. All right. So, looking at the set, this is a big boy set. I mean, look at those names. Kobe Bryant, Anthony Davis, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Larry Bird. There is literally not a name other than maybe Shaquille O'Neal, depending on if you like to use traditional centers or not. There is not a card in this set that you wouldn't use. So, that is a con, or that's not a con, it's a pro. So, that's definitely a pro. These are all names, all players that you could definitely use on your team. So it's a good thing. You want to lock in cards that you are going to use on your team. One of the things you got to consider when locking in a set, because everybody knows sets are forever. You can't sell them once you lock them in. That's really the whole, the stipulation on locking something in, whether you want to keep the cards that come in the set forever or not. So that is the pro. These are all cards that you are going to use. Kobe Bryant, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Shaq, Kevin Durant, Larry Bird. I mean, what card are you really not going to use, like I said, other than maybe Shaq, because he's a traditional center? The only con is all those players could potentially get, well, actually, all these players are going to get Galaxy Opal, in my opinion, other than maybe Anthony Davis. He's really the only one out of the bunch I don't see potentially, and he still very well could get a better card, but I still feel like we're going to get... We already know there's a Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant coming. I mean, that's just without giving. They're not going to leave Kobe Bryant, their poster style child. Like, they have worshipped Kobe Bryant for years. They're not going to not give him a Galaxy Opal. We already know that Shaq has a Galaxy Opal, because if you come over to that set, there it is. So we already know there's a better version of Shaq. And then it's LeBron James. I mean, everyone is speculating that it's going to be the Galaxy Opal LeBron James. I don't think that. I think he's going to get a Cavs edition for the Galaxy Opal. This Heated edition will be like a 98. And then Larry Bird, he's Larry Legend. He's not going to end at a 97. They definitely are probably going to give him a Galaxy Opal. And then Kevin Durant is probably going to win Finals MVP again, and we'll get a Galaxy Opal. So you got to keep that in consideration. You are eventually at some point, even though these are all key cards you can run on your team, they are going to be cards that you could eventually replace. So, I mean, if you're a guy that spends a ton of money on this game or always needs to have the latest and greatest, these are eventually all cards that are going to come to an end for your team. So that is something definitely considered. Now, the other aspect with locking in this team is it costs a ton for this Blake Griffin. It costs a ton. I mean, if we're just going, okay, if we just went like this, let's just go like this for right now, because I don't really care if we lose the stats on our cards. Doesn't really matter to me, even though we just got to make sure that we do not quick sell anything, or else you will see a grown man cry very quickly if I accidentally quick sell one of those cards. So, we got to look at the cost of these cards. Right now, Kobe Bryant with diamond contract, with diamond shoe, looks like it's ending. I would say maybe it gets one more bid, but looking at it right now, it's ending anywhere from like $375 to $420. That's a lot of MT, right? Just for one card. That's one card out of the set. And you're already 400K potentially plus deep. Yeah. Now looking over to, look at Anthony Davis. He is 450,000. Granted, these are ending with diamond contracts and diamond shoes. And I guarantee this one, without it, still goes in the high 300s, if not the low 400s. So, right there, you're already at 700, 800,000 deep. It's a lot of MT, and you're only 2 cards deep. We still got more to go. Bigger names to go. Oh, man, this is getting expensive quick. Then you got Shaq Fatty. Now, this card nobody really wants to invest in because it's arguably the card out of the set that you'll probably, like I said, traditional centers are either you're for them or against them. So, I mean, depending on if you're against them, this is going to seem like a big waste of MT for you. But 250K, 200, I mean, we'll say somewhere around 225, you're already in the millions. Already in the millions with 3 cards. And now the rest of these cards are yet to come out, so it's all speculation at this point. But we can go kind of based off history and what other cards have gone for to kind of guesstimate where these price ranges are going to range. So what's the next one? Kevin Durant. We'll just go with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. What? Okay, Kevin Durant. Are you kidding me? How much do you think that card is going to go? Let me know in the comments below on what you actually think these cards will sell for. And I know what you guys are going to say, and I'll bring up that point here later about prices potentially dropping for these cards. We'll talk about that. But Kevin Durant on launch will probably be 500, anywhere from 500 to 800K. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Limited Wade went for 1.6. Now, I don't know if that was a fluke. I don't know if that was an MT transfer, but someone out there on this planet Earth spent 1.6 on Unlimited D-Wade. Now, this is Kevin Durant. Now, I'm assuming he'll probably come with good shooting badges, potentially limitless range, deep range Deadeye, catch and shoot, the works. So, you got to consider that's probably going to stay an expensive card. Probably not getting cheaper than 400,000. So, right there, 1.4. And that's if we stay at the bottom tier of that card. So, yeah, 31.4. Now, moving on, Larry Bird, another big name. Larry Legend. He's very popular. He's one of the more popular legends. He's like Magic. He's like Kareem. He's one of those big names. He's got a nice jump shot. He comes with good badges. He can play 1 through 4. Cheesers know that. People know that. So it's a very good card. Again, that's a card I don't really see getting into the 300,000s if equipped with the right badges. I think he will come with limitless range. I think he will come with catch and shoot. I do think he will come with deep range Deadeye, difficult shots, the works. So again, that's another 400, 500 plus card. We're damn near already at 1.7, 1.8. Anywhere from 1.7 to 1.9, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's getting expensive quick, isn't it? Now, coming down to the last card, LeBron James. King James, Miami Heat edition. LeBron with the headband, number 6 and all. You take a guess. You just take a flipping guess on how much that card's going to go for. I'm not going to be surprised if that card doesn't go under 500K. I'm not going to be surprised. He's going to have Posterizer. He might have Dimer. He's going to have some sort of shooting badges. I don't know if they'll give him limitless range or anything like that. I think they'll save that for maybe like his Galaxy Opal or something like that. But it's LeBron James. King James. Headband number 6. It's always super hype beastie. So we're damn near over 2 million. We're somewhere in the 2 million flat to, if we really went higher tier on these cards, to 2.3. 2.3, and you get to keep all the cards, so that's a pro. Like I said, you could use a lot of these cards damn near until the end of the year when they get their Galaxy Opals, so maybe these are rentals, I guess you could say. Unless you're a guy that doesn't need the top tier cards, then these could be end of the year cards for you. But then the ultimate goal, Blake Griffin. Now you gotta think, now what are you getting out of your investment? What are you getting out of locking in all these cards? What is the end reward, and what could we expect of this Blake Griffin? Well, looking at other Galaxy Opal cards, it is going to be extremely overpowered. Arguably, if not, depending on what other cards come out, because we don't know, we're all just kind of guessing, you know, hypothesis, or you better check your hypotenusis. But yeah, what are we expecting out of this Blake Griffin? Now, if we look at the other Blake Griffin, what has he got so far? He's got 6 Hall of Fame badges: Relentless Finisher, Pick and Roller, Acrobat, Posterizer, Lob City Finisher, Pick and Popper. Those are pretty good badges. He's got 6. Now, looking at the average, I'm getting really, I feel kind of like a professor right now. The average, the circumferences, the E equals MC squared. I'm getting a little mathematical on you is what I'm trying to say, and it feels kind of cool, because I usually don't come off as a bright guy, but, you know. We're getting off topic. Here we go. Blake Griffin, what could we expect from him? He's probably going to have 18 to 19 Hall of Fame badges. That's a lot. So what is he going to get additional that he doesn't already have? Hustle Rebounder. That's a big one. That's a popular one. That's one I am going to look for, and something is he's basically probably going to get everything defensive, post-wise, and then probably because they gave this, would they give this card again? They gave him like a 92 3-ball. Yeah, 92 3-ball. He's probably going to have catch and shoot. Maybe deep range Deadeye. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they gave him a 92 3-ball. I'm assuming that he's probably going to have some shooting badges, catch and shoot, all that. Is that going to be worth the end goal investment of 2.2? It very well could be. It very well could be. The only thing is, you got to think, one, there's one other aspect that I am considering. They've changed every Galaxy Opal's release. If he gets base 11, because you got to think about it. The only one that I don't know the only one that I'm aware of that they haven't changed, and that was because it was already put in the game, and maybe they didn't decide to do this until just barely. Walt Frazier has base 11. James Worthy has base 11. So, I mean, they have been taking these cards and not only juicing their stats, but then giving them even cheesier releases. Could Blake Griffin get a base 11 quicker release? That is something also to consider. So, bottom line, he's going to have probably all just 90s stats. 90s everything. And 18 Hall of Fame badges. Might be worth the investment. And as my voice crackles, I'm losing my voice again, but that might be worth the investment. It really might. And the only thing is, it really comes down to your situation. Are you a player that has to have the latest and greatest cards? Because if so, I don't know if this set will be worth it for you. Because that is MT that you're taking away from your bank account to invest on those future cards in Galaxy Opal Kobe, Galaxy Opal LeBron, Durant, Bird, etc. That's a lot of MT. That's 2.5 to 2 million. Now, we forgot to talk about one thing: Super Packs. Super Packs came out, and they do have slightly better odds. I don't know how much they'll drop. And one other thing that we didn't talk about on why this set in particular was so cheap to achieve. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but there on Christmas Day was a LeBron James Pink Diamond fiasco. Everyone got gifted a Merry Christmas from 2K, a Pink Diamond LeBron James. And they then decided to have a change of heart. Took all the LeBron Jameses back. And of course, us as a community, we didn't really see too kindly of that. And we basically went in a mob state, and freaking it was like, what? It was a whole mess. It was a big mess. So what did they do to try and put some water on the fire? They gave us Pink Diamond codes. And 2K, being 2K as they are, they didn't expect the servers to go down when everyone's trying to get their free Pink Diamond, and they messed up. So not only did we get one free Pink Diamond code, we got 2 Pink Diamond codes of basically all of the cover athletes besides Michael Jordan from this set, which made damn near every card from this set a buy now, minus Michael Jordan and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and now Blake Griffin is above a buy now. So this set that was potentially going to be in the 2 millions ended up being like right at $1 million at the time, because Giannis was not going for the 500,000 that he is now, and neither was Michael Jordan. He was going for like 3 or 4, somewhere around there. Those were your expensive pieces, Giannis and that. So it was like 1.2, 1.4, somewhere around there. It's like basically you got half off on this Chris Paul if you decided to do it. So I don't see that happening. Everyone's like, well, they'll probably do another pink diamond coat. I don't think so, because the only reason they did that to begin with was to settle the LeBron James fiasco. They didn't do that because they were planning on doing that. They said, what can we do to make this go away? They gave us a solution, and I don't see it happening again because it already had such a problem to begin with. They already had problems giving away pink diamond codes. So, yeah. I've talked too long. This is a long-ass video. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, Blake Griffin, is he worth it? Will I lock it in? I'm still not 100% sure. Right now, I think I'd rather have the MT because I'm a player that likes to have all the latest and greatest cards. But I don't know. If you're a guy that doesn't need the latest and greatest and you can see yourself using a lot of these cards till the end of the game, then I don't know. I think a lot of people will change their minds once they see how overpowered the Blake Griffin is, and that might be me too. That might be me too. I might see how overpowered he is. Maybe he gets a new release, and maybe. I don't know. But I want to let you guys know on kind of the situation with this Galaxy Blake Griffin, because he is highly anticipated and he's an exciting card. So we're getting towards the end of this set, so thought I'd bring it up. A lot of people asked about it and if I'm going to be doing it, and I don't know yet. Right now I'm not, but that could change. So don't keep me on my word on that. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Sorry this video ran a lot longer than I expected to, but if you enjoyed it, leave the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and Richie Nation, party on.